Hi guys, the Tories still don't get it, do they? They seem to think that if they ape Nigel Farage and bang on about immigration, they'll get one over on the Labour government. So Andrew Rosindell, the Conservative MP for Romford, stood up in the House of Commons on Wednesday and raised the issue of the population increase. However, the Prime Minister was able not just to throw it back in his face, but also use it as a stick to beat Kemi Badenoch. Have a listen to this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister should know that my constituents in Romford are shocked, angry and dismayed by the suggestion by the ONS that the population of this country will rise to 72.5 million by 2032. Mr. Speaker, that's 500,000 people a year, which is unsustainable. Who voted for that? And will the government do something to ensure that the population of this country is sustainable going forward? Because there is no mandate for such a colossal increase in immigration in this country.
I think he should talk to his leader. Because net migration went through the roof under the last government, nearly 1 million, quadrupled. And who was cheering it on? Who was cheering it on? The leader of the opposition. His constituents are right to be concerned about the loss of control by the last government. We're taking control. We will bring these numbers down. But the record is absolutely clear, and it sits right there.
Look, I don't agree with this position, but my goodness, like the Conservatives, are they really this stupid? They keep bringing up immigration. They keep thinking that they can hit Labour over the head with this stick, when all they're doing is they're pandering to Nigel Farage. All they're doing is handing over power to Nigel Farage, tools to Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage is going to turn around and say, oh, look, you know, the Conservatives, when they were in power, the population increased. Now Labour are in power, the population is increasing. So by every time the Conservatives bring up this issue, they're helping Nigel frigging Farage. What is wrong with them? Do they want to be removed from power? Do they want to lose their seats? Because when Andrew goes to his constituents at the next election and he's talking about immigration, who are people who, quote unquote, care about immigration going to vote for? Are they going to vote for him and his party that were in power for 14 years and the population increased and immigration numbers increased? Or are they going to vote for Farage, who's saying, I have a solution, I will bring them down? This party deserves, the Conservatives, they deserve nothing. They deserve to have 0 seats because they're incompetent. They're arguing for cases that work against them. They're arguing to help Nigel Farage. Do they understand this? Do they honestly think that if they appear as Nigel Farage light, this will help them? They're insane. And there he did at the very end, handed a victory to Labour, so Labour can use this as a stick to beat Kemi Badenoch. But at the end of the day, the real victor here is, of course, Nigel Farage, because he can sit on the sidelines saying, I would do it better. I would do it better than the Conservatives. I would do it better than Labour. The Conservatives need to drop this. Kemi Badenoch needs to speak to her MPs and say, stop talking about immigration. She needs to stop talking about immigration as well. And what do we see? We see people like Suella Braverman, Liz Truss, and others. Liz Truss is no longer an MP, but Suella Braverman in the United States this week talking about immigration once again. The Conservatives need to drop this. It's their kryptonite in a sense. Because as soon as they start talking about it, they're handing power over to Nigel Farage. Either they want to do that, or they're just too blind to see it. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.